work for the Forest Commission as an establishment forester in operations, and that involves the restocking of all the commercial and non-commercial trees. What I'm aiming to achieve here is a whole range of woodland structures, native woodland. There's benefits for the public, for biodiversity, for the flora, the fauna, for the future of not only the area, but the forest industry. The whole thing will be diverse. There will be no areas completely alike and no areas looking like any sort of monoculture. We created about 250 hectares of new woodland in the last year, and because of the size of the project, it's going to take us roughly about 5 years to get the new planting completed. Where we are at the moment, we're preparing the site for planting. We've got the mounder working, he's taking the turf off, removing that, and then digging into the actual mineral content, then putting the peat back into the hole that he's created and laying the mineral soil on top. And from that, the root establishment from the young trees is very quick and very easy for us to manage. To achieve the woodland that we're aiming for the project is through two processes. One is through planting of the new woodland and allowing natural regeneration. And all the birch you can see here, the oak, some of the willows, they'll produce seed in the future and they'll create a double sort of edge to this.
What we've done is we've looked at the area for a number of different species, but one of the species that crops up is black grouse. Black grouse lek, so they come into an area and they sing and dance, and we don't really want to be planting up their areas, so we leave them open, and they're a woodland grouse, so then we try and create the woodland so that it's open enough for them to fly through as well. I mean, that's just one species, but there's a whole raft of other species where we have to consider as well along with that.
The species that we don't want here are obviously exotics that have been brought in. Some of the area in the past was managed for commercial forestry. Species such as Sitka spruce that have really become a problem. So over the next few years, there's a programme of work to remove these, to fell them and make the most of the timber that we can. And these areas will likewise go back to native woodland. You know, it's an opportunity to recreate a landscape. But you know, in a sense, where do you go from there? What time period am I trying to recreate? And it's trying to think of what's suitable for the future in that sense and what this project can bring and provide, and try and think 100, 200 years ahead, if possible. I feel very lucky to be involved in such a project, something that is really quite close to my heart in that sense. There's some fantastically dedicated, passionate people in the team that are here to deliver this project. Everybody's learning from each other and gaining from that experience. In 100 years, I think this place will be a really good example of what the Highlands provide, and that's a mixture between the lochs, the woodlands and the mountains. The opportunity's there to bring the best qualities of what the Highlands provide in one area. My love was always in the outdoors, the Highlands, but then to actually bring it to this has just been unbelievable, really. You know, how could you give up this?